Alright, so today I programmed this key for my Dodge Challenger myself, and thought I would shoot a video to show you how I did it, because I haven't been able to find a good video to show you how to do this. Okay, so this is a 2013 Challenger SRT8. I assume this will work on anything up to 2014 exactly the same way, because these cars had a key fob that looked like this up through at least 2014 that I know of. So, you know, your 2014, 2013, 2012, maybe 11, 10, maybe 9 should work, just like I'm about to show you. So first of all, I did not get this from eBay. I got this from a website called keylessentryremote.com, I think it was, something like that. You can search Google and find it. And what they claim to do is they sell refurbished factory key fobs. Now, I have purchased from them before, and I did get a refurbished OEM key fob, but this particular one did not have the Dodge emblem on the back. So I don't think this is actually a factory key fob. Even though they advertised it as such, I don't think this is. I think this is a generic key fob. So I have an email into their customer service right now about that issue. However, I did program this and it does work exactly like the factory one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this anyway. So obviously you have to start with a brand new key fob, or if you order one from those people and it's a refurbished one, they will clear all the memory from the key fob. Basically, you can't take a key fob that's already been programmed and then reprogram it to your car. It doesn't work that way. You got to start from scratch with a brand new one like this, or a factory one that has been professionally erased. Okay, that's step number one. Step number two is you got to download the AlfaOBD software. You can get this online. I don't remember paying a fee for it. Of course, I've had this for a long time, but I haven't really used it much, but I don't remember paying a fee for it. I think it's free. I don't know. Anyhow, you need the AlfaOBD software, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Obviously, I got a fresh battery in here. So I pulled my push to start button. I pulled that out, by the way. And I'm going to go over here and close the blinds in my garage because it's creating a horrible glare. But I'm going to go ahead and stick this key fob in here. And then we're going to turn the key on. We're not going to start the engine, just going to turn the key on. All right, so when you turn your key to the on position, you can see that mine doesn't have any messages on here. The first time, when you guys do this, the first time you stick your brand new key in there, it's going to tell you over here, key not programmed. Okay, so obviously I've already programmed mine, so I'm not seeing that, but I just want to point that out. When you put your fresh key in here, it'll tell you over here that it recognizes that there's a key in there, but it's not programmed. So then what you're going to do is we're going to go over here to the AlfaOBD software. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Sorry. And we're going to go, of course, it's already picking up that this is a Dodge Challenger LC body. We're going to go to radio frequency hub. Okay. My car is a 2013, so I picked this 2011 to 2014 non-power net. Okay, I don't really know exactly what the VAR2 is, version 2, I guess. I don't know, but I selected that one. And then we're going to hit connect. And you can see up here it says connecting. Now it's connected, and down there at the bottom it's telling me that it's connected also. I'm going to pause right here for a second and let you know that I tried an OBD adapter that had a USB cable on it, because usually that's what works the best on my Ford truck. But in this car, it did not work. So I had to go get my OBD connector that's Bluetooth. And when I tried to use the Bluetooth one, it worked. So you'll have to, find something that works to connect your OBD connection to this software. But you can go on Amazon or eBay or whatever and find a good OBD Bluetooth connector, MX control or something like that. It'll work on Bluetooth pretty well from my experience, but I couldn't get it to work with the one that had the cord, which is kind of weird. So anyway, I'm using my Bluetooth adapter right now, and you can see that it's connected, okay? So once you're connected in your radio frequency hub, this little active diagnostic here with the car hood up, you're going to go in there and you're going to hit the drop down menu and you're going to select program ignition keys or fobs. Now it's going to give you this message right here, and you need to read this extremely carefully. From the research that I did, it looks like the ELV/ESCL option that you read about there, it says to absolutely not run that procedure if you don't have that hardware. From what I could find, that's something that you're going to normally find on vehicles over in Europe. Here in the United States, we're not going to have that on our cars. So I did not do that procedure, okay? Because you don't want to wipe out your modules in the car. So don't do that. If you've got an American built, or excuse me, you know, your car's basically owned here in America, it was shipped to a dealership here in America, it was sold here in America is what I'm trying to say, then you can skip that part. You don't want to do that. However, the last thing it tells you there is you do have to run the PEM replaced option, and I think that just refers to the keyless go feature, where if you've got the key fob in your pocket, you can walk up to the car and you can grab the handle and unlock it, or you can press the little button on the handle and lock it. I think that's what that's referring to. So you have to do that part down there after you program the key in order to make this work. So at this point, all you got to do is put your 4-digit pin in there, okay, and hit start, and it will program the key. I'm not going to put my pin in here on this video. I'll show you how to get that here in just a minute, but I just put my pin in, hit start, and it took about 10 seconds and it programmed the key, okay? So once you do that, then you hit stop right here, and you go back over here to start. Go back over here to start. And you're going to go right here where it says radio frequency hub. Now we're going to switch over to central lock, okay? And again, 2011 to 2014, because my car's a 2013. And we're going to hit connect. Okay, and then once it's connected down there, then we're going to go back to the little car with the hood up here that says active diagnostic. And we're going to do this drop down, and there's where you find PEM replace right there. And again, you're going to put your you're going to select that. It might ask you for your pin down here, and you hit start, okay? So that's basically all you have to do. You go into the radio frequency hub to program the key fob, then you stop that procedure, come back out, go to central lock, find your PEM replace, and do that procedure. And once you do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit stop here to make sure I don't screw anything up. And once you do that, you can turn the key back off again. And at this point, everything should be good to go. And like I said, I tested this one to make sure that it works, and it does. Lock, unlock works. I can walk up to the car with this in my pocket, and the keyless go feature works. So everything works. And that's how you have to do that. But that's the procedure, and it doesn't take long at all. I just wanted to show you this because there's some confusion when you first go to program the key fob and you get that dialog box here with the scary messages. There's a lot of confusion about that, and some guys have bricked their cars by screwing that up. So I just wanted to show you, at least on this model of Challenger, that's how you're going to do it, okay? And oh, that reminds me, there's one other thing I need to show you, is how to get your PIN, your PIN number, in order to be able to do that. So here, let me show you how you're going to do that. So in order to get your PIN code, you're just going to go back to start. You're going to go to radio frequency hub there, and then select this again, hit connect, and it'll tell you down here when it's connected. There you go. And then all you gotta do is go back over here to active diagnostic. Man, the camera is just not staying focused. I apologize for that, guys. Hit this little car with the hood up, and then down there you'll see one at the bottom that says read pin, and that'll give you that 4-digit pin code that you need to be able to program the key fobs. Also, while I'm in here, let me stop this procedure. You can go over here to start. Let's see, where was I at? Right here where it says status and faults, right there, second one over. And you can go down here to read system status, and it'll tell you right down here how many key fobs are programmed for the car now. Number of key fobs programmed, 3, right there. See that? So obviously, when this car was new, like most vehicles, it comes with 2 keys. The one of the previous owners lost the second key, or maybe they still have the second key and just forgot that they had the second key. Regardless, when I bought the car from the dealership, they only had 1 key. I called the dealership and they deny having 2 keys. I don't know. So what this means is there's 1 key that's programmed to this car floating around out in the world somewhere. And that makes me a little bit nervous. Now there is a way that I have not figured out yet that you can go in here and you can erase all the keys and start over, so that the only keys that will start this car are the 2 keys, or however many keys, that are in your possession. Okay, you can do that. But that's a more complicated procedure, and it's scary to me. I don't want to brick the wind module in this car, because these things are getting to the point where it's really hard to find electronic parts for these things now. And a lot of the dealership technicians don't really know their way around these cars anymore because they're over a decade old. So I don't want to get into any scary procedures here and try to erase everything and start over. I'm just going to leave it like this. I've got 2 of the keys, and there's a 3rd one floating around out in the world somewhere. Hopefully nobody will come and get my car one day. But I guess if they do, that's what I have insurance for. I just hope it doesn't happen. But I just wanted to let you know about that. You can look in here and see how many keys are programmed to your car. And there is a way, if you do more playing around with this, that you can erase them and start over if you really, really want to. Okay, if you live in like a crime-prone area, you may want to do that. All right, I'm going to quit rambling now. That's all I've got for now. Now I have 2 keys, so if I lock myself out, I'm not completely screwed. That's what I was mainly going after here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.